So your partner is avoidant. You want closeness, but they want space. You want to talk about it, but they say it's not a big deal. It feels like a tug of war. If that's you, then keep watching. Avoidant partners are known for pulling back when emotion runs high. They often need more space to process things, and they may seem distant even when they do care deeply. It's not about you being too needy, and it's not about them being cold or unloving. It's just how they cope. But still, being with an avoidant partner can feel confusing, frustrating, and lonely at times. So how do you navigate that dynamic and nurture a healthy, secure connection? Stick with me and I'll show you based on the tried and true strategies that I use with my clients in couples therapy. Before we dive in, I'm Allie, a licensed marriage and family therapist and head of relationships at Paired, the couples app that keeps your romantic relationship fresh. Check it out. You'll find the link in the description. So what exactly do we mean when we say that someone is avoidant? Well, let's start here. Having an avoidant partner doesn't mean that they don't love you or that they're not capable of intimacy. Avoidance is a coping mechanism. It's how some people manage big emotions or conflict by pulling back, shutting down, or needing space. I want you to think of it like a nervous system response. You've probably heard of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So an avoidant partner usually goes into flight or freeze. Maybe they disappear for a few days after an argument, or they go silent, or change the subject when things get deep. And that can feel really hurtful and frustrating. You might be thinking, why won't they just talk to me? Or am I not important enough? But here's what I want you to know. It's not them rejecting you, and it's not a reflection of your worth. It's literally their body going into self-protection mode. But that dynamic, one partner pulling away and then the other one chasing harder, can really escalate conflict. So let's talk about what you can do to navigate that and keep your connection strong. How to cope with an avoidant partner. 5 practical techniques. Number 1, don't take it personally. I know this one is tough because how can it not feel personal, right? But hear me out. If you can master this mindset shift, you're going to feel so much better in your relationship. Here's the thing. When your partner pulls away, it's not automatically about you. Avoidance is their coping strategy. It's not a sign that you are unworthy or unloved. And guess what? Your way of dealing with conflict is probably just as challenging for them. If your instinct is to push for answers or to talk it out right now, that can feel just as overwhelming for your partner as their withdrawal feels to you. So instead of thinking, if they really cared about me, they wouldn't walk away, remind yourself, this is how they are wired to deal with things. And that's okay. We're both doing our best. We just have different approaches and need to navigate this together. I'm not saying that you should put up with anything or always wait for them to call the shots on when to repair an argument, but I am saying that nobody is broken or emotionally stunted, and it's not about right or wrong. It's about understanding each other's coping mechanisms and then finding a way to meet in the middle. And that's what we'll explore with our remaining strategies. Number 2, communicate your needs without blame. Here is something that I see a lot in my practice, and it may give you some valuable insight into your own relationship. Avoidant partners often feel like they are being blamed or even shamed for not meeting your needs or showing up in a certain way. If they are constantly hearing things like, you always run away when things get heated, or why can't you ever just talk about things without shutting down, they will feel attacked or criticized. Those walls will go up. They'll withdraw. Their flight or freeze response is triggered. That's actually the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. So here's the fix. I want you to eliminate all those statements that start with, you do this, or you never do that, and focus on I statements instead. Try, I feel disconnected and lonely when we don't speak after a fight, or I feel afraid and anxious when we take space. And then communicate exactly what you need without overwhelming them. So you might say, I understand that you need time to cool off. I just really appreciate one hug before we part ways. This way you're not blaming or attacking them, but you're inviting them to collaborate and offering a tangible way that they can meet your needs without getting overwhelmed. Number 3, always agree on reconnection plans. So you've had a big fight or an emotionally intense discussion, and your partner needs some space. That's okay. We know that this is their coping mechanism kicking in. But here is the issue. Oftentimes, avoidant partners will just leave without saying anything. And that can be really damaging for the partner who's left waiting because there's no sense of closure or safety. So you both need to agree on when you'll come back together. Instead of walking out mid-conversation, leaving you spiraling, you might make an agreement where they say, I need a break, but let's come back to this in 2 hours. And here's a fun fact. Research shows that you really only need 20 minutes for your nervous system to regulate. So over time, you can work on shortening that gap. But for now, focus on the time frame that feels manageable for both of you. So here's a script for how to start this conversation with your partner during a good moment. Hey, I want to honor the space that you need when you're triggered. I will be able to give you that space and feel so much safer if you can agree to let me know when you'll come back. I end up pushing harder when I feel abandoned, which doesn't work for either of us. So what do you say to trying to agree on a time limit or giving me a time when you'll come back? Oh, and another best practice that I stand by is that the person who initiates taking space should also initiate the conversation when you come back together. That way it's not always on you, maybe the more pursuing partner, to do all of the emotional heavy lifting. Number 4, learn how to self-soothe. When your partner is cooling off or taking some space, you have to take responsibility for your own nervous system. Your natural instinct is to chase, right? That's your fight or fawn response kicking in. You want to call them, text them, knock on the door, make sure everything's okay, but that only makes them retreat further. So here's what you're going to do instead. Go for a walk, write in your journal, or call a friend, anything that can help ground you in that moment. I also really recommend learning some breathing exercises like box breathing, and I can walk you through that now quickly if you're not familiar. So inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, then you hold your breath for another 4, exhale slowly through your mouth for another 4, and then hold your breath again for 4. So essentially you're making a square. You're breathing in for 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 4, holding for 4. Then you're going to repeat that a few times and notice how your body and mind start to settle. Let's try it once together, okay? Breathing in, hold, exhale, hold, and then you repeat that as many times as you need. The goal is to actively care for yourself and soothe your own nervous system rather than anxiously waiting for your partner to come back. That way, when you do reconnect, you'll feel much calmer. And over time, your partner taking space won't feel so catastrophic. Ultimately, you can't change another person, but you can learn to regulate yourself. Number 5, focus on small, consistent bids for attention. Now, this one, I think, is a game changer. And in my experience, it's one of the most powerful things that you can do for your relationship. Those big, heavy talks that you're trying to have with your partner, those intense emotional dumps and discussions, those are super overwhelming for someone who's more avoidant, because avoidant partners often respond much better to frequent, bite-sized moments of connection. So I want you to switch up your approach. Find little daily ways of connecting that feel manageable for them, but also fill up your bucket. Start by asking your partner, what's one small thing that we can do every single day to feel close, even when we're not at our best? Maybe you do the question in the paired app together each day, or leave a short, sweet voice note. Or maybe you pick up a quick cup of coffee in the morning or have a daily meme exchange, right? Little things to show that you're staying connected. Whatever it is, commit to those. And then over time, those micro moments will build up a strong foundation of trust and intimacy that keeps you feeling safe and connected even when those push and pull dynamics are playing out. Another thing you can try is coming up with a code word for when one of you is starting to feel overwhelmed and shutting down. When that person says it, that's your sign to take a pause, take a few deep breaths, and then check in before continuing the big emotional conversation. This will make it easier for both of you to stay present and stop avoiding. Coping with an avoidant partner isn't about trying to change them. It's about learning how to stay connected while respecting each other's differences. So let's recap those 5 techniques. Number 1, don't take it personally. Your partner's avoidance isn't a rejection of you. It's just how they deal with big emotions. Number 2, communicate your needs without blame. Use I feel and I need statements rather than criticizing your partner. Number 3, always agree on reconnection plans. If your partner needs space, determine when you'll revisit the conversation, maybe in 2 hours' time. Number 4, learn to self do. Instead of anxiously waiting for your partner to return, practice grounding techniques like journaling, walking, or breathing exercises. And number 5, focus on small bits for connection. Swap those overwhelming emotional dumps for daily micro connections. I know it can feel really lonely or frustrating when you're craving that closeness and your partner is pulling away. Those feelings are valid. It's certainly not easy, but I do promise you that with these strategies, you can create more emotional safety in your relationship and foster a deeper connection with your partner. You've got this. If this video spoke to you, let it be the start of something new. The Paired app gives you expert-backed advice, practical tips, and interactive ways to connect with your partner. Try it out. The link is in the description. And for more content just like this, be sure to hit like and subscribe. Now, I would love to hear from you. We will be running monthly Q&A sessions led by me, Allie, your couples therapist. So if you've got any questions you want me to answer or topics that you'd like to explore, please drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.